Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We're doing something a little bit different today. Rather than opening packs, I'm going to share a bit of my Pokemon sort of journey, I guess, since I got back into it. This right here is a graded card, as you can probably tell. Don't search that. No spoilers. This is a particularly special card to me for a few reasons. When I got into Pokemon, sort of late 2019, early 2020, I think it was, the next set that came out after I got into it was a set called Vivid Voltage. Now, it's not a particularly big overhyped set anymore in terms of Sword and Shield, because obviously we had the later sets starting with like battle styles onwards with the alt arts and all that sort of crazy stuff, and then obviously we had Shining Fates with all the shiny Pokemon and the Galarian Gallery at the end in Crown Zenith. So it's sort of a little bit underappreciated at the minute, but at the time when Vivid Voltage came out, it was huge. Everyone was doing videos on it. It was massive. There was obviously, you had Randolph doing massive videos. I think the Logan Paul stuff was sort of happening. I definitely remember like the Sidemen were doing it. Zerka was opening loads of it. I think even Mini Minter was doing it. It was huge when it came out. Massive, massive set. And obviously, being the first set, I opened a fair bit of it. Back when Pokemon was literally everywhere, you could go into any store and get Pokemon. Now, not so much. But the chase card in this set was the Pikachu VMAX, aptly nicknamed Chunkachu. So, for those that don't know what that was, it was the VMAX, like in the games, it was the Gigantamax Pikachu. Huge, fat Pikachu, long lightning tail sort of thing. A little desk shot for you. It's in my hand. So basically, this is what the Chunkachu looks like. Lovely graded one there. That's the card. But there was another card, just like this one, only slightly different, and that was what was the biggest chase card. Now, like I say, you could get packs everywhere. My local store had two options for packs back then. They had a double pack, which came with one Rebel Clash and one Darkness Ablaze, and then on the other hand, Vivid Voltage. But they were both £4 at my local shop. I don't know if that was by accident, but the pack where you got two packs, one Darkness Ablaze, one Rebel Clash, was $3.99. Vivid Voltage was $3.95, I think, for one pack. So, being new into it and not really having much thing, I always bought, most of the time anyway, I always bought the 2-pack. So I was getting 2 packs basically for the same price of one. And I did buy some Vivid Voltage, obviously. And then obviously I started watching more content and learning like values of cards and like what sort of cards you want to be chasing. And obviously Darkness Ablaze had the Charizard VMAX, but it only had a regular one. For some reason they put the Rainbow one in Champion's Path. So Vivid Voltage had a lot better cards in it. So really I probably should have been opening more of that. It wasn't until later on, when we'd gone on a bit, that I realised that Vivid Voltage was such a nice set, and I wanted it. But obviously, at that point, it became a lot harder to get hold of, because we were sort of 5 or 6 sets down the line. Now and again, you'd see some. I vaguely remember going to like a Sainsbury's, and they had the like sleeve blisters of it, and I bought some there. But I never pulled the Rainbow Pikachu. And it was sort of basically, other than the old original cards that I had as a kid, it was basically the first ever chase card that I wanted that was available to me. Don't actually think, there was never anything that valuable in Rebel Clash, or in Darkness Ablaze, if we're honest. the Rainbow Chunkachu was the first set that came out that had a huge card. Like I remember looking it up a few times when I was first in, and raw it was going for like 250, 300. And at this point I wasn't in Pokemon, I was sort of just dipped my toe in, and I was like debating whether to spend like £8 on a full art. So I was never going to buy a £250 to £300 card. But that brings us on to this card that I have down here. You probably guessed it by now. It is the Rainbow Chunkachu. It is this card. It is this card right here. Gem Mint 10 Pikachu VMAX. So I finally got the first chase card that I ever particularly wanted. It took a long time. I packed it off camera and graded it myself. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. It's, like I say, 2020 Vivid Vaultx came out, so we're 5 years down the line and I finally got it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that story with you, and also maybe sort of give you like a hope if there's a card that you're after right now, maybe Destined Rivals, you want the Mewtwo or the Moltres, or you know, any other sort of card, even if it's like you're like, oh, I remember having Dark Charizard as a kid, I'd love to have a perfect one of those. Sometimes it takes a long time to get these cards, especially if you're getting them graded and you're looking for like 10s and 9s. But like, keep faith. It might take a while, but eventually you might pull it, or you might see it up online, or its price might come down, or whatever the situation might be. Don't give up on it. Don't be like, oh, I can't open hundreds of packs, so I'm never going to get this card. Eventually it will align. If you really want it, it'll align and you will get it. And that's about it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you're new, please do subscribe. It helps out an enormous amount. Drop a comment down below what your first chase card was. I'd be interested to know, because I think there's a lot of people come in recently, so their chase cards might be a lot different than mine. My ultimate chase card right now is a Shining Raichu in a 10. I almost bought one around Christmas time in a 9. There was an Ace 9 Shining Raichu for 189 quid, and I thought it seemed too good to be true, so I didn't get it. But yeah, that's my chase card. Let me know your chase cards in the comments. Drop it a like if you enjoyed watching it. Like I say, subscribe if you're new, helps out massively, and until next time, I'll see you around.